has suggestions on ways to prevent these from happening, or ways to entertain your 1-year-old in the RV. You know, things will get easier when he gets older and he wants to sit and watch movies or play games or read or color or play outside, you know, when it's nice weather. But right now it's just really, it's kind of challenging. So we're just in this phase. So if you guys have, if you guys have any suggestions, I'd really appreciate it. So it's Saturday morning, the morning of the big kayak bass fishing tournament, and the weather is lovely, of course, you know, just rainy and monsooning off and on. So I haven't heard from Ben in a while, but I don't think it's going that well. But I don't think a lot of people in general have caught fish. So I'm just here hanging out in the RV. We were gonna go for a long walk with Tucker, but with this rain, I think we'll hold out and try to get that. Looks like it's gonna stop around lunch. So when he gets up from his nap, I'll be able to go get out and do that, huh? What do you think? Would you just have some breakfast? Yeah. Yeah. We got here at Indian Creek on Thursday, and yesterday we spent the day exploring with a bunch of walks and taking the bike out with the Burley Bee, and it was really surprising because a lot of people left Friday morning, so it was really hectic early, and then in the afternoon it was like pretty quiet. But the park's really nice. It's got tons of shades, just definitely like a state park, you know. There's no full hookups at this site though. That's one issue, is, you know, trying to stay longer term. But I don't know what the rest of the day holds. I'm not sure what time Ben will get back from the tournament. But when he does, we're gonna get cleaned up, and I think maybe his parents are coming up for the weekend, so we may see them this afternoon. Tomorrow, going to Alexandria for a little bit. I heard there's a fantastic place to pick up some pies, so gotta get some extra miles in for that.
I've had my heart broken in two, but something's different next to you. It's like my soul is set on fire, but oh, I'm starting to feel tired. 'Cause I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know I can't keep bottled up inside. And all I wanna know is, are you ready for the ride? What have I been waiting for? Oh, I can run, but I can't hide the feelings that I know. 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 Take my hand and say for sure, I can't keep on this road alone. And all this
Hey,
Tucker.
Rosa.
Can you say good morning? Can you say good morning? Hi. Yeah. You have a big sleep? It's Sunday morning and we're cooking up some breakfast, huh? Then what are we gonna go do? We're gonna go do the nature trail?
Or a bike ride.
I guess you can see we have some options here at Indian Creek of whether we want to go for a bike ride, a hike, or a walk. Whatever you want to do, there's lots to do. There is a 3-mile nature trail that I do want to do before we leave, but the biking's been a lot of fun, so we're gonna do one of those this morning and then get slightly cleaned up, go into Alexandria, go to the pie place, so we want to show you that. And I don't know if we'll do anything else in town, but at least we'll drive in there, get out of the RV for a little bit, and then come back and do some more activities.
Yep, you guessed it. We went for a bike ride. We headed straight over to the boat launch. It wasn't too crowded at this time of day. One stop over is their beach. Not too many people here either. We didn't get a chance to go in. I think when Tucker gets a little bit older, that'll be a lot of fun. We're heading past all the RV spots to the front of the campground now. But man, look at this dump station. It is just starting to get packed. It's Sunday morning and everyone's getting ready to leave. We thought it would be fun to go bike in the primitive camping area. We hadn't checked this spot out, and on the map it looked like a big area to go biking, but it did say that it was all gravel. The gravel turned quickly into fully off-roading. So this did actually turn out to be a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting it to be so mountain biking like, but you know, it was a good experience. It was some hills and the off-road stuff, and I think Ben had fun. Tucker got a little muddy, but we did get lost a couple times too. Well, you know, lost. Ben said he knew where he was going, but wasn't quite sure he led me in the right direction. Stop number 1 to check to make sure we were going in the right spot. Another stop just to make sure we're on the right way. I thought we were on our way back, but he claimed he made it to the dead end on purpose to see the water. The fourth and final check. We did it! We made it back to the main road. Or at least we're almost back to the main road. If we thought it was busy before leaving, RV after RV on the road.
Wake up, wake up. It's time you realize.
Alright, so we're heading back to the campgrounds to go through all the RV spots. This was the first loop down Susan Road. It held sites 1 through 30. Most of them are on the water, or at least the ones on the right were all in the water and had water access, and all the ones on the left were double pull-through sites, which would be kind of fun if you were coming with another group. You can see my handlebars moving back and forth. It was pretty hilly, and it was tough pushing Tucker up the hill with the burly bee. Okay, wait for it. The dump station is a madhouse. This Sunday morning, I'm so glad we didn't have to dump until Monday. There's actually a second dump station, but it was facing the wrong direction for the RV, and it was harder to do a big loop around, so no one's really in it. You can see there's like one person there. Alright, so now we're heading to the last loop, which was down Jamie Road. It was a quiet loop because it was a cul-de-sac. It had good water views, but no real access. This was sites 83 through 104. This loop was a mix of back ends and pull-throughs.
Every dragon heart you break, every hand you'll ever hold, every time you really see where you are is where you'll be. The sky will shine tonight, up in the stars. That's where you are, up in the stars. That's where you are, that's where you are.
Alright, dump station check. Still crazy. Alright, now we're heading to the middle loop. This was our loop, and it was down Amy Road, and it was sites 31 through 82. All the sites on the right had water access. We were not on this trip, but we still enjoyed our site. It was very shady and not too close to our neighbors. We're heading to Leah's lunchroom in, was it LeCompte, Louisiana. And this place is super famous for their pies. I think especially their pecan pies. And that's what Ben wants to get. I want to just try like maybe a slice of chocolate, but we'll see what they have. We're making a quick stop at the dumpster to drop everything off on the way. It's been raining for the last 2 hours, pretty much ever since we got back from our bike ride. So we can't time that well, I guess. That was a lot of fun. Tucker got pretty muddy afterwards. Didn't realize he was getting splattered back there. But really excited for the spy. We had to make a stop at Ben's favorite store.
Which one first?
Oh, I don't know. Just open it up and see what we got. Oh, I just want to see what this like. Is that the chocolate one? I just have to say, this was delicious with that meringue topping. Yum. That looks good. The apple was typical, but the crust was delicious. Alright, what do the pies look like? Oh, okay, so that is the, what was it called?
Bumbleberry.
The bumbleberry. Strawberries, raspberries, blackberries, and something else. This was saltier than your average pecan pie. Oh, that looks yummy. I guess it was worth the drive. It was a little scary on the way. But... Are you diving in?
No, I'm thinking of my old video.
It's our last night here at Indian Creek Recreation before we head farther north into Louisiana.
We're just cooking up some grilled chicken breast for dinner and mango salsa. And we got some biscuits, some green beans, but we had a good trip here. Ben didn't do that great in the tournament, but I think he still had a good time.
Yeah.
Learned some stuff for the next one, which is always important. And we're looking forward to heading up north a little bit more. We're on the water at the next place. And we're really excited to share that with you guys.
I figured I would give it one last chance at Indian Creek, and this morning pretty much summed up all weekend, just off and on thunderstorms and lightning. And this was the first time out of 3 total times that I launched that morning. It was pretty brutal. So and there's the first bolt of lightning. Well, I finally made it on the water. I had to wait for this front line to pass through. I wanted to get on the water and make a video of at least the campsites and the RV sites. They had several beaches. I think there was at least 2, maybe 3. I think there was 3 beaches that you could see and go to. And all the RV spots were really nice. I really didn't see any of them that you wouldn't want to be in. The bass fishing was horrible. The weather was horrible. I think 12 bass were caught and 20 people fished the tournament. The water was clear. It looked like a great place to go tubing and on the party barge and cruising around. It was only 30 minutes south of Alexandria, so it was really convenient to get there if you live around Alexandria. Fortunately, even though I didn't catch a bass, I caught 2 chain pickerels, and it was really exciting because I never caught that kind of fish, and I caught it on a bait that I never caught a fish on. So I caught it on a chatterbait, which was really cool. So it's all about learning with these tournaments, and I'm glad I ended up going because I learned a lot in the end. On the left, you can see that's an example of what some of the waterfront sites look like, and you can see they have some kayaks, and as it makes it really convenient to launch constantly. This is where I launched. It was across the street, maybe like 50 or 60 feet, and I just had to put my Hobie on wheels and just carry it across the street and go between people's campsites. It was pretty easy and straightforward, so we enjoyed it. So the only thing I did catch this trip was a spotted gar, and I went to Academy in Alexandria and I got the smallest whopper plopper they make. It was the whopper plopper 60, and I was just jerking it like a foot at a time and on the paws, and he came up and nailed it. So I guess the fishing was so slow, I was okay with the gar hitting my top water. It was fun, but that was it. This lightning bolt was pretty intense. It was the front line that I would wait it out. That's what passed right over us, and it took about 2.5 hours to move through. But fortunately, it was like 10, 15 miles away when that happened.
two. 2 of 2. Indian Creek was awesome. Definitely recommend. It was a great place to go. Lots of family out hanging for the weekend. They came in and they left really quick. I'm glad we did not have to leave on Sunday and hit the dump station